Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2, where last episode, guys, as you can see, we implemented our very first plane line, which really doesn't do too much because I've got to get everything all hooked up to these airports to really maximize transporting passengers from one side of the map to the other, which is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be taking the hubs, as we're now going to call them, and bringing a load of people to them, so we can make some sweet cash money moolah in the skies. And also sell some duty-free alcohol, some cigarettes, and some cheap aftershave and perfumes for top dollar. Yay! Capitalism at its best. Guys, if you are enjoying the series so far, want to see more, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. If you're under red here, then make sure you do subscribe so you will be notified when that next episode does come out. But we're back, boys, in Transport Fever 2. Let me get out of this right now. So this is what we kind of set up. We chose Madrid because of the positioning it's on one side of the map, and we chose Budapest over here as well, again because it's on the other side of the map. And how it's going to work is, I think the best kind of representation is to show you with Madrid right now. We're going to bring the 4 satellite towns around Madrid, bring them all into Madrid via a train, or use the lines to kind of bypass, because at the minute we have a line that goes from Amsterdam and Rotterdam through Brussels, through Paris, which will then have a line that goes down to Bordeaux, straight into Madrid, and probably end at Seville or maybe Lisbon, depending on how we kind of rock and roll with it. But basically, I want all these satellite towns to have the ability to get to Madrid, which then Madrid has then the ability to transfer the people from train to plane and shoot them to the other side of the map, so they haven't got to jump on too many train lines, which, in theory, it's really going to grow Madrid. Like, the expansion's going to go crazy. And this one's going to go crazy in general anyway, because it's already borderline set up as a grid format, which normally means that they are going to go for a big boom. Same with Budapest. Because we've chosen this to be the same for this region, all the little satellite towns around it are going to link into it and get to the airport. It's really going to grow Budapest, but Budapest is a little bit funky, so to speak. I'm still not 100% sure where I'm going to put the other airport just yet. But right now, I think, is London still the biggest city? It is. But I feel like Madrid's going to have a good run right now, which is going to be really, really interesting to see what pretty much happens. So, let's take a look at this then. We've already got the airport implemented. We've already got a couple of train lines implemented in here as well. We've got 1 cargo stop, which we can utilize, and 3 passenger lines. Not sure if I'm going to be able to utilize all of them. You just never know how it's going to rock and roll. But let's think of it this way. We got a line from Paris, which I'm going to run down to Bordeaux. Then I'm going to run that line into Bordeaux into Madrid. Rather than making it go to Seville, I can make that line from Bordeaux come into Lisbon. And I can do a line from Seville that passes up to Madrid and then ends in Barcelona. So we've got this small little loop here. The big one that goes through. It means all cities connect to Madrid, and we have different lines, so they don't have to crisscross over one another. And I mean, I think I won't do anything else. Maybe I can then put like a little ferry line that goes around to all the little kind of coastal towns within the Mediterranean. Damn, so many ideas right now, but we got to get this all set up. So first things first, then we're going to take a look at Paris, and we're going to bring the passenger line that comes all the way down from is it Brussels? Oh, Brussels has got some little kind of skyscrapers in there right now. Holy moly. But I'm going to change it over to this additional line on the inside so I can run it all the way through, because that is going to be like a main route all the way up to Amsterdam. It's exciting, isn't it? It really is. But let's start by getting all this set up then. So first things first then, I want to implement a train line in. We've got to make it go through the Alps. Is that the Alps? No, the Alps are over here. What are these ones called right now? I always forget. I mean, I'm freaking European. I should know this stuff. But buildings, train lines, just a passenger train line. Now we'll do. I'll only do one kind of platform, one train line at the minute, just because I don't know if I'm going to have more in the future. Also, if I was to add an additional one in, it would probably be a cargo line. But if I just drop that just there we go. I want to actually pause the game for a minute. And we're going to delete the road just here. Delete that road just there for a hot minute. And we're going to do some landscaping right now to kind of just flatten this little section. Just a little bit right now. We're smoothing it all off. Just so I've got a little bit of land to work with. these houses are like, wait, where's my sea view? My river view? I'm sorry, it's gone. It's gone right now. But we do have implemented an underground section anyway for the rail line. So tracks, and we're going to use the one on the inside route right now. So select it from down here. It's pretty much going to continue. Where is Bordeaux? Now it is quite a long tunnel, but you kind of like think of it like in the UK we have that massive underground tunnel that goes through the English Channel to get to Paris. The Euro Tunnel, whatever it's called. Think of it like that, but a lot more beautiful. Bring that all the way through to... Ooh, okay, so at that point, we actually come above ground because it kind of rises up to that level. Do you know what? We'll go with that. That's fine. I actually kind of like the idea of that. Just go for a little bit of a bridge just here. But could I rise it up a bit more? And will it come down enough to here? I don't think it's going to. It might be a bit too high. But we'll play around with some ideas. How low can I make it before it decides, you know what, Seniac? No. Right, just here. Oh, come on. Why is it I hold shift and that happens? Let me bring it up a bit. There we go. Right, if this connects in right now, this is glorious. Yes. So we get a nice little glorious little bridge going over. It becomes quite the view as you travel in to Bordeaux right now. Lovely, guys. Lovely. And then we've also got a connection underneath here as well. So we're going to use the... Now that is a cargo line there. So I'm going to use this one. So continue to bring that out for just a minute. And I want to get this connected. So straight away, I'm going to want to make this go underground, which it kind of does already. But I make it go underground even more. And I'm hoping I can just do a solid connection to there. Now, because all this land is wavy and stuff like that, you're going to get the other little section where you got this big valley where it becomes like a huge bridge. I like that. I like it a lot. And then it goes through again. It's got a little weird hole here. And then it pops out there. I mean, it's good, but I want to do this in stages so I can really maximize the depths that we're pretty much going to. So I want to try and keep this low. Can I not make this any lower than what it is? Or is that like literally just it? So if I bring that up to about here. So we kind of keep it visible. And at this point here, it will then cut in to what it is. We then have the bridge happen there. That's perfect. That is an almighty train line. Oh, I'm not liking this little bit. I'm not liking this little bit here. What if I just kind of quickly delete this? Can I not make it go underground? Right, we'll have to use a little bit of raising this area up a bit. Well, bam! So, keeping this... I mean, it is a big hill, but I want to kind of extend the road over it. Which is to why I've got it kind of go underground just here. It's on the edge of Bordeaux, so hopefully Bordeaux can grow this way. We'll do a little bus route and stuff like that. That passes through. Loving the size of this bridge. And I like the architecture because it really, really does feel kind of like European style. Lands into there, then goes underground to enter into Madrid. And then which we're going to make this line go all the way to Lisbon. Now, I think just dropping it here is probably our best bet. So I'm so sorry, but we've learned before, guys. You got to destroy stuff to make it even better in the long run. Buildings, it's actually going to be an end term. Do I make it an end terminus? I mean, probably not. As good as an idea as that would be. It's just how awkward you kind of have to make them connect. I can do it on the side. That's not a problem. But I'm thinking it has to go all the way into here. Do you know? Okay, you know what? Let's just make it do that. Because I've got the ability to make stuff go underground anyway. So if I do the length, wasn't it 70 was our best bet? Yeah. And I am going to keep it to a 2 tunnel. So there's an ability of me to add a second line in. The reason I throw that in now because it's more difficult to add an extra one in the future. But add that in there so I can build Lisbon around this area. And then we want to get these now pretty much connected. So in reality, we also have a cargo line and a passenger. Oh wait, I'm doing it on the wrong side, aren't I? Let me cancel that. So my passenger line would come from this one here. I can't even see where I'm connecting it from. Just there. There we go. And then we pretty much want to be able to bend this all the way around. Now, by the looks of it, is that coming up above ground? Yeah, it does at that point. So if I keep it low. All right, let me cancel that. So that little bit there is actually slowly progressing upwards, isn't it? So let me grab onto it again. So we wanted to keep it fairly low at that point. And then we are bringing it all the way down to here. Which at certain points it decides, hey Seniac, let me rise! Which we can't be having that. Right, so there. Can I take it all the way over now? Yeah. Right, we'll go with that. So the whole thing's underground, but it's them. I mean, eventually we'll convert it to high speed, but it's those high-speed underground railways that don't destroy the natural landscapes. And we're really kind of building a solid metro. I mean, some areas you do get it quite high like this, but I like it on that because it kind of fits within going into the mountain side of it. So as of right now then, that train line that comes all the way down to Paris can now be, which way is it going? Right, it's coming in hot and heavy. So if I quickly delete you to there, and then bring that into this side, which is really not going to like the idea of doing that. Right, we have to slightly turn it. Well, what's happening there? What's going on? Just like a little bit of a wiggle, just like that. I've then just got to quickly change what platform it arrives on. So line 7, manage the line. So it goes from Amsterdam right on temp. Okay, so if I first get rid of the Brussels here, we change the platform here to, is it 1? Yeah. Then we add a station in Bordeaux. Then we add a station in Madrid. And then we add a station in Lisbon. And then we make it go back to Madrid. Am I saying it right? Have I got the right pronunciation? Probably not. Bam, bam, bam. So, quite a big line. I will throw that out there right now. It is quite the line. Meaning we need quite the train thrown onto that. That is actually quite a long run, isn't it? It's going from Portugal to Amsterdam. Crossing through Spain, through France, through Belgium. Wow. That's all I can say. Wow. Now, because of that wow, where's the train? We need to add a wow train onto it. Now, the train's pretty good. But I'm just going to modify it to kind of update it to the latest of vehicles. So, it carries 140 capacity. So, if I get rid of everything here. So, diesel. What are we looking at? 140 speed. We'll take it. Wagons for passengers. This one holds 33. So already that is more capacity than the previous train. I'm going to up it to 330. That seems about right. Modify that. So it can go a whole lot quicker. Hopefully. But it's coming to the station anyway, so it's going to be slowing down. So a lot of people can get on board on that. A lot of people. So that tears through. It's a bit of a... Wait, what happened here? I'm sure I made all this underground. I'm sure I did. Or did I not? Well, I paused it anyway. Let's try that again. I don't know what's going on anymore. Right, trying to keep it all underground. Alright, so I've got to delete it back a bit more. I'm trying to get the elevation change on the go. It's slowly happening. But it might mean I delete a little bit more of this bridge. It might mean I completely get rid of this bridge. I want the whole thing underground. So if I bring it... Where's the point over here? To there. So we still get the undergroundness. You know, I can bring it to here. And then bring it down to there. So it really only pops out just there. I like... Okay, yeah, back to what we originally had. I like it. I like it. So back into play mode then, boys. We're rocking and rolling. So we got that one line pretty much all set up. Good to go. Which means from Paris... Off that train will then skedaddle once it's fully loaded up. Now the argument could be made, yo Seniac, you might need 2 trains in this line. Well, we'll get to that problem as we skedaddle along, because there's going to be a lot of people waiting right now. But it's a very, very easy setup to do anyway. So after that train goes then, maximum miles an hour. We'll first focus on just getting everything all hooked up. So Madrid's kind of connected, Lisbon there. So what will make it even better is once I got a bus route set up to each of these little towns. So we'll get that sorted anyway. So Bordeaux's done, Madrid's done, Lisbon's done. This next line will go from Seville through Madrid up to Barcelona. So that's what we're going to do next then. So if I just delete you, building wise, we'll go for the side one. Spin it right round. That would be perfect just here because the whole town's on this side anyway. We're going to use a bus route to kind of bring them all up and around. And I'm going to get it connected to that line over here in terms of the train tracks. So I want it to run not into it, next to it. So how does that look then? So it creates that beautiful double bridge archway, which I like. Make it go underground. But I want it to connect up to that side there, but apparently there's a collision. What seems to be the issue? If I bring it to here. There we go. Is it that side I want it on? Yeah, it is a platform. Yep. Drop that in. So we got an additional one for whatever we may do in the future. No idea, but the option is there. So do I get it to run around with it to a certain degree? Is it at different heights? Slightly different heights. But that makes sense because we're coming to here. Now, this is going to be an end station. There's no question about this. We'll make this an end station. So rotate it. And if I get it like borderline dead center, or do I get it pushed more over here and allow that to grow a bit more? Yeah, we'll do it like that instead. So drop you there. Same thing again. Just get that pushing through the... Alright, it's over here. So if I just naturally... Do you know what, actually? To be honest with you, I can't see where that connection is. That's the annoying thing when I kind of build it like straight like that. I'm not taking into account... Oh snap, oh snap. I'm not taking into account that it's slowly elevating upwards. So got to keep them elevations down, boy. So can I get like a standard connection in? Because it's very mountainous, this region. I can have a road that goes straight across. Like, imagine standing here waiting for a train to come for that tunnel. That's terrifying. Terrifying. But that line is then pretty much good to go. So I could actually create now a new passenger line from here to here to here. So from Seville to Madrid to Barcelona. And then that's all done. All I've got to do then at this point is then set up all the bus routes in all of those little cities. I've also got to reconnect the Bordeaux to the road network. And then we're back in business, boys. We're back in business. So let's quickly get this up and running. I've got to set down now the vehicle, or the train depot, which I'm going to do just here. So hopefully the train tracks... Too much of a slope, apparently. There we go. Just to get that up and running. The train is now incoming. But we're going to buy some vehicles right now. So, again, diesel train, passenger wagon. I'll go 190 just in case. You never know what it's going to be like. And line 29, which I haven't added any signals in just yet. How fast is that going? 60. Now, is it because it's too heavy or is it because it's got an incline? If I manage the vehicle to maybe just quickly edit it to add a second diesel thing on it, which is at the back, we'll see how that goes. Signals. Just in case. So back into play mode. So that should be able to get a little bit more. Yeah, it's now climbing above 60 slightly. So it's able to get a little bit more speed. Because we now got two of those vehicles on. So if I fast forward them. Oh, that's come to a dead end stop. That shouldn't be as heavy because not as many carriages on at this point. But off that skedaddles. But it's coming to the platform anyway. So sweet. So the train lines are all there. The train lines are now all there. Let me just get Bordeaux connected back up again because they're going to have a tantrum if I don't. So I bring that road down. If I connect the road here. Why not? Why not? Not bad, not bad. So people are able to transport over here then. So it's pretty much, it's just serving the community around. But again, we need a bus route. It's going to get them all up and running on each section right now. But there's the train there that I added in the extra vehicle on, which can now go a lot quicker than ever before. Which is amazing right now. So we can tear through Western Europe. Amazing. So let's get all this up and running. So we've got the train line going back and forth over here. So let's put this into perspective. I was about to say Barcelona. Madrid right now, even though it's having that boom straight away, it's going to have a huge boom next. So let's get this up and running then. We got new vehicles by the looks of it. What do we got? Oh, new boats. New boats, new trucks. Oh, they're the big semi-trucks. Loving it. It is the 1990s, after all. So, building-wise then, bus and tram stop. So, we're going to make the bus/tram stop. If I just kind of play mode, be pretty much here, between the two. And then we'll make it go around the outer ring area. Because the city will continue to expand. But plus, everybody on the inside, everybody in here can walk to the edges a whole lot easier. So we'll make it do that. We'll do a new line. Oh, I've just realised I've still got to rename all my lines. There we go. We'll add in now the vehicle depot. Which I'm going to throw this... I'm going to actually place it kind of slightly... inconspicuous. Is that I can't even say the word, can I? Right, buy vehicles. The bendy buses. I'm going to buy 4 for Madrid. Line 30. So that now, without me having any cargo lines in, bringing any goods, it's all just growth off people coming in and coming out via transport. So we'll see how that ticks along. But that's going to be really interesting, how that eventually starts growing. So let's go through each one of the little places right now. So let's kind of start to build them up to how they would eventually go. So we'll kind of do it like roads slightly bending. So I expected to kind of do something like that, and then maybe it go down to here. If I delete that bit, have that bend up. So I'm kind of pre-planning how Bordeaux is eventually going to grow. And then we'll do like a ring road of vehicles. So if I then go a little bit straight, I know I'm going to delete this bit here to then manage that little section just there. So beautiful Bordeaux. Beautiful Bordeaux. So building wise, the stops then. We obviously have the one that stops at the train station. And then we just gradually take it around the region. Because I'm expecting Bordeaux to grow. And if you live in the middle, you know, these stops can reach you. So it's not a problem. Because I'm expecting these towns to grow further than our current loop. So that ring road we got going around, I'm expecting them to grow past that. So eventually these bus stops become central. And then go from being an outer ring to becoming an inner ring, is what I'm saying. So I'll use this this depot here, and I'll just get 2 for Bordeaux. 2 for Bordeaux right now. That should be handy for us. We'll do Barcelona next. So Barcelona, we'll bring the road down to here and then connect it just there. But there's too much of a slope apparently. Oh snap, there really is too much of a slope. So bring that to there and then we'll do a little bit of a bend. Holy moly. That's quite a little unique little section there, isn't it? You can go around there and everyone up here is overlooking you. I like the idea of that. Alright, get this to kind of come through and bend like that. Is that doing the same thing? Yeah, it's kind of staggered up. I like the idea of this in Barcelona. I really, really do. That is really high as well. So I'll use this as coming down here. Bending slightly this way. Connecting straight down. And then just let them do what they've got to do in terms of everything else. Maybe bring that up to about there. Bending that in. To there. All good. So Barcelona is going to grow quite funky. There's some areas that don't really make much sense. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out. So if I placed a stop here. If I do a stop there. One just there. So I'm kind of preempting how stuff is going to go. And then to here. So like this stop up here, we have like, you know, it's all within walking distance in a weird way. It's not perfect, but it should do just for us. So get all this down. And then the road, I'll get 3 vehicles for Barcelona. I did get the right buses for there are the right buses for Bordeaux that I got, wasn't there? Yeah. So those 2 cities are now done, which will slowly start getting people being transported to and from the train station, which then makes the train lines and eventually the airplane line a lot more efficient, a lot more worthy. But I still don't think that the plane line will be worth anything or be efficient until I've got all these little towns around going to Budapest, because it really doesn't make much sense just to kind of travel to Budapest from this side. But there will be a few people who want to use it. So Seville then. Let's get this place up and running. So same thing as what we've been doing. Running the roads down. Oh, that creates a bridge. You know, I'll keep the bridge in because that's quite a unique little aspect of it. Right, I'll bring this up to here. Is it too soon to do a connection now? We'll go with like a little connection just there. That should be pretty handy. And where would the next one be? I mean, I might as well just get this kind of connected up. Push that down that way. So, have I got the ability to kind of bring it over? Yes, I do, which is going to be a big help for us on that side. And then I'm going on now to creating a ring road. It's not the best type of ring road, but this should work. I'm just kind of building a ring road and let the city naturally grow from that as we progress. So the actual stop is just here. So if I bring it up to there, add a stop there, add a stop here, one there, one there. So a lot of these bus stops make no sense, but eventually they will make a lot of sense. I'm using my psychic powers to detect what is going to happen to these little cities. There we go. Nice. And the vehicle depot, buy vehicles. So we'll get 4 for Seville. So I feel like that's going to be a beautiful little setup. And then Lisbon. You are the chosen one next. So road-wise, we'll go first straight. And we'll kind of bring it... Why is it going into a tunnel? There we go. If I pick a point here, let's say there, and bring it up to here, and then go bendy all of a sudden again. Nice. Go back to being straight. So we cut these straight across. Well, that gives us a little... Oh, do you know what? I like the little bridge aspect of it. We'll stick to it. That will go slightly... Oh, okay. You're building your own network then. I see. Don't need your boy no more. A little bit of a tunnel just there. Bringing that across. I'm just trying to work out my alignments so I can set up this ring and let them do what they've got to do for the rest of it. So it does cause a little bit of destruction, but hey-ho. Hey-ho. So, new line... Oh, no, I can't do a new line because I got to do all the stops first, don't I? So, we'll start it here. We'll then have a stop up here. Up there. So, again, keeping to the ring road format. Which is a little bit all over the place in this part. But hopefully it'll work out for us in the long run. Yeah, that should do us justice. That should do us justice. And we'll bring 3 vehicles over to Lisbon. So 3 for Lisbon. And then we throw it on that line. We're all good. So all these now towns... cities, whatever you want to call them at this point, have bus routes. All linking back to the train station. There's a train station then all links back to Madrid for the airport. But also we have that line that goes all the way up to Amsterdam, which goes all over the place. So everywhere right now is intertwined and connected, which is freaking amazing. I have so many people waiting at these platforms right now for various trains. Now this line here is going through to Hamburg, to Gdansk, all the way up to Riga. So it's a case of managing the vehicle. And we need to kind of modify this right now because it's the old school vehicle, 120 capacity. But we throw the diesel train on, passengers. I do 300 capacity, and then throw another diesel train on. Modify it for nearly 40 million. So that would be a big help on that side of it. And then we have the other line, this train line here, which is going to Berlin. Managed to... Ooh, just as I upgraded. Maybe I switched this one to that new style. Right, get out of here a minute. Is it electric? Is it steam? Where is that train? Oh. Aha. It's high. It's electric. It's high. It's multiple units, isn't it? But it doesn't mean upgrading some of my infrastructure. I won't do it just yet. We'll keep it simple. Right. We'll go 300 capacity. Another diesel on. Modify 40 mil. So that upgrades them in a minute. I know they've got the other line. It's got a load of people on, which is waiting for that train. It goes all the way down to Lisbon. I don't know if that line could be way too long, but we just gotta see. We gotta see, boys. We gotta see what's happening right now. All right, lots of people over here waiting. Train will be there very, very soon. But it should start to spark a lot of growth with these little towns and cities around, which can be really, really good to see. I'm trying to notice where that train line is going through here. Oh, it's right here. So we'll see this now come out. There we go. Tooting along. Tooting along, boys. Can pick up a lot of people now, this train can. And we'll see how many people it picks up. They go for the full 330. Well, it should get pretty close. I don't think there's 330 people waiting there. But it should get pretty close. Still going. Still rising. 211. Not bad, is it? Not bad. So line 3. Where is the train? Is that the train for line 3? It can't be, can it? No, it's over here. Once it goes back and picks people up, because it hasn't been there since I've upgraded the actual line itself. Once it goes over to there, we're up and running, boys. So that's doing 110 kilometers. So that's really good. That's kind of taking along quite nice. So, because we've now made Madrid this big central hub, if we take a look at it in the charts, they're skyrocketing even more. They really are going for it now at this point. They really are. So we've got to start thinking about ways then which we can grow Madrid, again, to make it into this big mega hub that it wants to be. So it needs fuel, first and foremost. Now, Marseille also needs fuel. Rome also needs fuel. So we've got a couple of places nearby and around to which we can use to... whatever the fuel factory is nearby, which is this one here, to expand to the next level. Now, that would mean me getting it into Madrid's a little bit difficult. If I was to do it by boat. But then I've got the ability to bring it in by plane. So I could do it like that, couldn't I? I mean, I don't know if it would be cost effective, but it's a possibility. And the rest of it, I can just ship it. So that needs oil, and it needs crude. So all this happens over here in this little section. So I can create something pretty much set up there. The other item and product it needs is goods. And my closest good factory at that point then looks like is over here in Milan. Is there any other good factories? Let me quickly have a quick little nose right now at my industries. So product, we've got Munich in Germany up here. Okay, it's a little bit out the way though. We got Milan, which is obviously over here. We got the London one, which we've been working with. We got the Katowice, which is over here. Barcelona industry? Oh, you're joking me. I had one in Barcelona right next to me this whole time. Right, that requires steel and requires plastics. We can get the plastics up from over here. This is all nearby. Yo, Madrid could be on fire right now. It literally could. So, to get the goods over here to make the steel, I need coal and ore, which is all up here. So, there's 2 coal there, an ore down here. I'm going to bring all this over via vehicle. It makes sense rather than doing train lines, because there's too much going on right now. This is going to be crazy. This is going to be a crazy setup right now. It really is. Makes the steel. I then bring the steel over. Which I probably won't do like a little ring road that goes over down to here, which will make it so much more easier. But, right, let's quickly get something set up. So, cargo-wise, spin that right round. And then just drop it here. I need one over here. I'm going to need a couple over on this side right now. There. There. Spin you right round. There. And then eventually we're going to need to stop over here. Just there. So just keep it basic for now. I'll do one of each. So a new line coming from... So down here to here. So Seville North, you load in nothing but the ore. And then Madrid branch, you're unloading nothing but the ore. And then a new line. So we'll do from this one down to here. Same thing again. But this one is nothing but the coal. And over here, you unload nothing but the coal. So, doesn't have very good direct routes, but we've got the basics set up for now. We'll upgrade the roads and whatnot. Let's just buy some vehicles. Cargo-wise then, because we've got these new vehicles right now, and it is this one. It is all cargo. Loading speed of ×5. Maximum capacity 25. So if I buy... Is 10 too much? I'll buy 8. 8 for the one run. And 8 for the other run. Okay. Okay. So, I've got to find ways right now to make the road a bit more free. So we'll do the... Okay, so I'll go for this single file here, which speeds us up to 80 kilometers. We'll upgrade some of the roads leading up to these areas. So I'll start from over here. So I'm now investing in infrastructure. So this is just the basic roads that we currently have that lead to these areas. But then we kind of maybe want a few little bypass areas. So what's blue right now is the high-speed roads, which those trucks that I've now just purchased can drive to the heart's content to get to where they need to get to. So if I now just go to the normal placement of these roads, and let's just say, I don't know, I had a little... No, it wouldn't work there. A little cut through over here, a little bit of a bridge. To maybe... maybe skedaddle down this area to connect up to there. So you can just kind of bypass Madrid in that way. Eventually it would be nice then to have a little road that goes around the edges. So eventually connect up to that when we start bringing vehicles over.
And I could cut directly up to there, but we'll just leave that, or even kind of cut around that way. But it should be okay anyway. It should be okay. So they'll now do their thing. They'll now skedaddle. We'll fast forward it as well so they can get over to here. And we'll start upgrading these so they store more goods. So when a truck comes, there's a lot waiting for it that it can then ship over. And then do the same on this side. I should have set them to full loads only, shouldn't I? But we should have loads of loads there anyway. Right, there we go. So that's now going to be producing. Just got to give it some time to kind of transport the stuff over there. So I've done one of each for now. Eventually we'll get the other two set up over here as well. Unless I take it, like, you know, to over there. But then there's areas nearby that can utilise that. We've got a new Airbus there, the A320. Then, eventually when he starts bringing all these goods over, we can then start taking the steel over to there. Which then, we're going to bring some plastics over from over here. Which I can bring the oil from over there. It all happens. It's all happening right now. All of a sudden, Madrid's going to be... I wanted London to be the biggest city. Because obviously it's from... I'm British. Got to show love to my capital city. But I feel like Madrid's going to overtake really, really easily. I just have that thought that it's going to happen. So vehicles are then going to be dropping the goods off over here. And they're both set up on different sides, so they won't get tripping over one another. There we go. So this will always be kind of in debt to the goods being delivered because we're doing it by truck. But I don't mind that. I'm not expecting to make, like, you know, gazillions of products for it. It's just what we need to do. So goods are being dropped off left, right, and centre. Which this can now technically start producing if I wanted it to. Which, you know what? We'll make it. We'll actually modify this. So cargo. Street access. Just there. Maybe I can bring this in a different way. So I wonder if I went from here to over here, but then get them to utilize... No? Why have they got to go around there to go down to here to exit back out? That makes no sense. Does it? It really makes no sense to why they would do something like that. So it comes down that way to go that way to go loop around. Either way, it's got a loop round, doesn't it? They've all got to drive for the centre by the looks of it. But at least they're coming from this way and going down and around. Rather than the other way. So I'll give them that. I'll just give them that. Anyway, that line anyway, sorry. Needs to pick up the steel. And then needs to drop off nothing but the steel. So if I did that. And if I just for now buy one vehicle. No, actually we'll buy two. And we should start seeing some steel then being produced. Well, it needs ore coming in first anyway. Which we'll have some right now. So it'll start producing a little bit. Oh, there we go. Starting producing already. So we've done one half of the battle from getting the goods from Madrid. One half of the battle has now been completed. We just need to bring the oil over. Which we'll probably end up doing that next episode anyway. But Madrid is very, very confidently growing. So my ring road is slowly becoming an inner ring road as now they start to build over it. Which is doing exactly what I wanted it to do. The Lion Vibe. So we're going to have to also set up a secondary train that also goes up and down this area. because the train doesn't come quick enough. They're desperate to be transported right now, these people. Very desperate. So yeah, that second train line will be perfect. We'll get that set up next episode anyway as well. But it's looking good. Just checking all the little connections right now. All these roads that I added in there starting to build around in Barcelona. So is Barcelona growing as well? Skyrocketed! Yo! We've doubled the city straight away. Bordeaux, are you skyrocketing? Boom! Look at that growth we're causing, guys. The growth we are causing right now is unreal. Holy moly. So yeah, that should now be going back and forth with the goods. There's lots of goods now here ready to be utilised. So yeah, these vehicles come in. I kind of go down there, turn around, and then skedaddle back out. But they can pick up loads of goods. Off it goes. So I'm not going to break any records with this whole system, but it's just enough to kind of keep us going, to give the cities exactly what they need. That's all I can say, isn't it? And eventually we'll add more vehicles on. We'll upgrade the vehicles as time goes on. I mean, I could set up a train line and stuff like that, but I think there would be too much going on in this area. But they need food. There's farming nearby, so for Barcelona and Seville, they can get their goods. The brick area here is for Barcelona and Lisbon. It needs machinery, tools. Which machinery and tools? Where would that come? There's a tool place over here. Machinery place just up there. So it's all within reach and distance. It is all within reach and distance. We just gotta slowly progress and grow. And once we kind of sorted this area, then focus more over on Budapest at that point. So as Budapest started to grow quite a bit as well, it has in recent years, as people are over here. Manage this line. Or not manage it, sorry. Can I select the plane? Finances. It's only now started to recently make money since we got all those new towns set up to Madrid. So that's now becoming profitable. How much does it make when it drops off 15 people, not even full capacity? 1.4 million. That's pretty good. That is pretty good right there, isn't it? Very impressed. Very impressed. So while the growth now continues for all of these towns and cities in Portugal, Spain and France, we've still got so much more stuff to do to get all implemented, to get things rocking and rolling. But we're doing really good. We are doing really good right now. A chart of our monies, how much we spend versus how much we earn. Forget the red lines, because that is subjective to how much money I spend on upgrading the infrastructure and buying new vehicles. Okay, so forget that. What we're focusing on is the blue lines. And you can see that the blue lines slowly are creeping up. This is the current year that we're in right now, which is slowly growing as well. But that upwards curve is a beautiful trajectory showing that we are continually making money. More money than we could ever imagine or have to do with, or, you know, that kind of jazz. There's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Right, this plane's got 20 on board, so how much does a full load of passengers earn us from the plane? Finances right now, we're watching this. 2 milli. Cha-ching, boys. Cha-ching right now. And then once I got all the lines hooked up to Budapest, that passenger plane line will become so much more effective. But straight away, we can already see that we need so many more people on that pink line. So next episode, then we'll take a look at how we can incorporate and add in a secondary train onto it and doubling up on our networks, which is really easy to do, providing I get the signals and waypoints the right way round. But it should be all handy then. And then the line up to Amsterdam to Rotterdam shouldn't be too bad. So with all this growth now happening, Spain's either catching up, or Amsterdam might have overtaken London, because everything all links to Amsterdam. There's only a simple ferry line to London. So which is now the biggest place? It is. Look at this. Amsterdam has now... oh no, London has now just taken it back. They're back and forth between one another at this point. But I will say, Madrid is coming. Madrid is coming. But so is Paris and Berlin, not far behind. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's interesting. It really is. New planes available, new ships. Holy smokes. But guys, we're going to end it for here today anyway. I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.